Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome into Daily Cards Live here, June 7th. Here, the St. Louis Cardinals are looking to avoid a sweep in Game 3 against the Texas Rangers. I'm Matthew Rocchio, subbing in for Joe Roderick today, and then, of course, is my co-host, Bob Ramsey. Rammer, how you doing today, sir?
Great to see you, Rocc.
Let's talk a little baseball. Like I said, Cardinals looking to avoid the sweep. They fall 6-4 yesterday, and that was an interesting one. For me, the biggest highlight of the game had to be Nolan Gorman trying to go behind the back when it was a 2-2 game, 1 on, 1 out, and let's try some theatrics to get the lead runner out, because something hasn't gone wrong for this team in every possible way already. It was an odd one last night, Rammer.
Well, I can't delve into it because I don't know the answers, but I'd like to talk to somebody and say, where's the book? Where is it? The physical book, where is it? And you'll say, what book? And I'll say, the Cardinal Way book that George Kissel wrote. It's actually a real book, and Mike Schilt has a copy. Where's your copy? Is it on your desk? Because the Cardinals are not playing the Cardinal Way. That's number one. Number two, as a manager and a coaching staff, your job is to put your players in a position to be successful. I don't think they've done that with Matthew Liberatore. He could have easily pitched Sunday against the Pirates, and I think had a better chance to be successful. You're throwing to the Lions when you're throwing a pitcher to this Texas Rangers offense. Now, results are what they are. Pretty stinky. So, yeah, you're going to have to face somebody good sometime. No question. I'm not taking any boy, I even hate to talk about blame. I'm not absolving Liberatore of pitching poorly. You didn't get results. But was that the best spot for you to be in as a starter, and were there other options? I say, yes, there was a better spot. There are options. The results might have been worse. I don't know what would have happened. I just know what happened last night, and I don't think it was the best spot for him.
Yeah, I agree with that. And he was a little off. His velocity was a little bit down.
Yeah.
His placement was weird. He wasn't getting swinging strikes the way he did against Milwaukee, and that's 2 starts in a row for him. Not really getting the same kind of swinging strikes he was in that first start. So not great. I hope they keep going with it, especially because I think Steven Matz has become an effective reliever. He was last year, sub-2 ERA last year as a reliever, and I think it fits there. Maybe, by the trade deadline, we're talking about a Michael McGreevy in that spot if Liberatore continues to struggle. I'd like to have that conversation instead of pulling Matz again back into the starting lineup, but I wouldn't be shocked if that's what the result is. One other thing I thought was kind of crazy from yesterday, I wanted to point out, the Rangers pitcher came into the game, Dane Dunning, at about 60 innings pitched with 0 home runs allowed, and the Cardinals teed off for 3. And everyone kept saying, well, eventually he's due for it eventually, and usually you're not due for 3 at one time. That was kind of crazy. Obviously, I think the weirdest part for me is that even after that Walker home run and made it 6-4 in the 6th, I didn't really have a lot of confidence that Cardinal team was going to rally and put 3 more on the board.
Yeah, the fundamentals just aren't there right now, and I think they can be better. They were better last year. So what's the difference? I don't have an answer. If I really had an obvious answer, I'd be down at Busch Stadium saying, here's the answer. I'd write it down and give it to him.
And that's why it's odd to hear Ali Marmol, kind of say to Katie Wu at postgame, that the issue is that he's got a bunch of infielders in his outfield. Okay, how did we get to this situation? Wow, that's insane.
Well, and I think the Cardinals absolutely want 2 of those 3 in the lineup, and one of them not. So, but I think when they come back, things could stabilize. But I think Nootbaar and Carlson coming back off the injured list could start a series of dominoes that might not finish falling until August 1st or 2nd.
Very interesting.
Because you'll have outfielders that pushes the infielders back to the infield. That you have to clean that up somehow. Put somebody to DH, takes DHs out. You maybe make a move with some people. I think Carlson and Nootbaar start the dominoes to changing the look of this team.
You heard it here first. Jordan Walker will be playing third base instead of Nolan Arenado by August. I see where you're going with it, Rammer.
Well, I'd like to manage against you. After we trade Arenado, you put Gorman there.
Oh, fair. Yeah, that's on me. I forgot Mason Wynn then gets called up and completely changes the entire equation.
That's one
me.
of the dominoes.
Yeah. Like to build a roster against you, Buh. We talked a little bit about the lineup being odd. Let's talk about the lineups. Lineups, of course, here on Daily Cards Live, presented by Bootleg and Tavern, Bootleg and Bob's, Bootleg and Tavern, 4501 Shoto Avenue, Bootleg and Bob's, 3457 Morgan Ford Road. Check them out. It's a great place to watch the Cardinals game, 7:05 against the Texas Rangers. And let's get into the lineup. First of all, the home team, the Texas Rangers. Second baseman Marcus Semien leads off. Shortstop Corey Seager batting second. First baseman Nathaniel Lowe at batting third. Third baseman Josh Young is the cleanup hitter. The DH Jonah Heim. Travis Jankowski is their center fielder batting sixth. Riley Grossman, right fielder batting seventh. Josh H. Smith playing left field, and Sandy Leone is the backstopper for the Rangers batting ninth. For the St. Louis Cardinals, Brendan Donovan leads off playing second base. Paul Goldschmidt in the two-hole again, your first baseman. Nolan Gorman is at the DH spot batting third. Nolan Arenado, still your St. Louis Cardinals third baseman batting in the cleanup spot. Wilson Contreras, the catcher, batting fifth. Left fielder Alec Burleson batting sixth. Shortstop Paulo DeJong batting seventh. Jordan Walker, the right fielder, outfielder in the infield, or infielder in the outfielder. Right fielder Jordan Walker batting eighth, and Tommy Edman is the center fielder batting ninth again. So I count two infielders in the outfield there for the St. Louis Cardinals.
Walker's an outfielder now.
Okay, fine, if you say so.
He also is not a number 8 hitter. You got to move him up a little bit.
Yeah, why is Jordan? Why is it? I know is it semantics just to be like, why is Burleson batting sixth and Walker eighth?
Left-handed up there, okay. Protect right-handers. Who do they got in the 5-hole there?
Wilson Contreras.
Okay, he hasn't been hitting. 5 through 8, you could jumble them up. I'm not going to make a big deal. It doesn't matter. But I would like to protect Walker more.
Yeah, I've been on the Walker protection train from the get-go. I remember when Burleson was getting those bats at the top of the lineup with the off days early in the season. I didn't really understand why it was Walker at the 8th spot and Burleson at 2 and 3. But here we are now in June, and it's odd. Walker finally hits a home run. I like what I've seen from him overall. He also, it's funny because right before he hit the home run, the at-bat before that, he put 130 miles per hour just straight into the dirt. And it bounced almost over the first baseman's head because he hit it so damn hard right downwards, which I just thought was a perfect description of Jordan Walker. And then he immediately steps up and pops one straight off the bat.
If he continues to hit grounders at 100 miles an hour, if he did that every at bat, he would hit 350.
Yeah, eventually it's just going to start going.
No, when you hit the ball, hit hard, can be hit on the ground, it will go through. But when you hit it on the ground and it's caught, remember, the old thing, you're unsuccessful, 7 out of 10, blah, blah, blah. If he hit 10 grounders at 100 miles an hour, 4 or 5 of them would go through. I'm just telling you, it would. That's the way it works. Speaking of lineup construction, I'm going to throw out something, and I'm going to do it the Socratic way and ask questions. And I'm not going to advocate it. I'm just, as a manager, you got to be thinking of all these things.
Socratic, okay? Obviously from the Latin Socrates. Continue. Sorry.
Bingo.
Thank you.
When everything's considered, everybody's healthy, whatever, who's the Cardinals leadoff man? Lars Newport.
Lars Newport.
Okay. Who is now back in the leadoff spot for the Philadelphia Phillies?
Kyle Schwarber.
Why can't Jordan Walker lead off? There's one small answer, but if you want protection for him, wouldn't it be Goldschmidt? Is that the ultimate protection?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
If you're playing
Yeah.
like we do on Claves Online, the 2-man game, you would hit him in front of him, right?
I would, yes. I mean, yeah, I've been saying protect Walker with Goldie the entire time.
Now, here's the thing. Yeah. So far, Jordan's not drawing walks, so it doesn't work.
Yeah.
But my point is, that's the only reason Schwarber should be up there. And by the way, he shouldn't, but he does draw some walks for the Phillies. And with Trey Turner in a slump, that they're all messed up. They're just throwing darts. Why not throw the Walker leading off, especially against a lefty dart?
God, I would love that so much, mainly because, the reaction to that if they win the game versus losing the game would be fantastic. I want that to happen just because I like that. Why not? Change it up. Who cares?
Something new to talk about.
Why not? I love that. God, Rammer. I don't want to manage against you. You got tricks up your sleeve. That's going to do it for Daily Cards Live again. Jack Flaherty and John Gray are your starters today, both righties for the Cardinals and the Rangers. 7:05 at Globe Life Field. Cardinals and the Rangers. Cardinals looking to avoid that sweep against the Rangers. Again, if you want to watch the game out and about in St. Louis, you got 2 spots to do it. Bootleg and Tavern, 4501 Shoto Avenue, and Bootleg and Bob, 3457 Morgan Ford Road. Rammer, before we go, please tell them about our friends at Royal Banks, Missouri.
Royal Banks of Missouri, they've been at it over 60 years in our market, and that market's expanded. St. Louis proper, the East Side, St. Charles, and Northeast Missouri. All there for you, and each and every branch feels like your hometown bank. Royal Banks of Missouri, where better service means better banking.
Thank you so much for your time today, Rammer.
Thanks for filling in, buddy. It's always fun.
Absolutely. Enjoy some Cardinals baseball, St. Louis. Have a great night.
At St. Louis Acura, we have over 100 new Acura models and over 160 pre-owned models in stock or on the way in May. Get 4.9% financing for up to 60 months on 2023 Acura MDXs, TLXs, Integras, and RDX models. Or get a certified rate as low as 3.49% on certified TLX and MDX models. And you can earn up to $1,500 in loyalty incentives. St. Louis Acura, better than ever for you.